Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, I hope you're enjoying the Winter Olympics at least as much as the Russian government is ordering you to. Also hope you enjoyed that little movie that Facebook made for you and everybody to celebrate the lives we all used to lead before we discovered Facebook. Well, let's get right to this week's news question, sent to Uncle Jay at UncleJayExplains.com. This week it comes from Brian in New Orleans. Hi, Brian. Brian writes, Dear Uncle Jay, I'm sick of hearing about the 50th anniversary of the Beatles on a TV show. Why should I care about a show in black and white that looks old and stupid, and even the teenage girls look older than my mother? Thanks, Brian. Well, those girls are plenty older than your mother now. And they're probably telling their own kids right now to turn down that crappy music. It's not even music. And so Uncle Jay's news word for this week is commemorate. It means to look back and appreciate something from the past, but you're right, Brian. Sometimes this can be overdone. For instance, this week we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the 20th anniversary of the 10th anniversary of the Beatles' first performance in America. If you think that's an exaggeration, check this out.
To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Beatles' arrival in the US.
To mark the 40th anniversary of the band's arrival in the US.
The rest of America got its first real look at them 30 years ago this Sunday night.
They invaded this country 30 years ago this month.
Tomorrow we'll remember the day exactly 20 years ago when the Beatles arrived here in our country. Later in the week we'll take a look at their early music.
The Beatles decade, 1964 to 1974.
The Beatles appeared, of course, on the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan, boys and girls, was an alien from another planet who would invite other aliens from their planets onto his show. He was kind of a 60s Men in Black that way. But sometimes, every once in a while, he would suddenly have a guest that was cool. When he brought the Beatles on in 1964, a lot of parents thought that they were from Mars. But the kids knew better because the kids were all baby boomers. And baby boomers are the smartest, coolest people who ever lived. Now, you might be thinking, boys and girls, okay, I get it. My grandparents sometimes like to stuff like that. But what does the Beatles being on a TV show 50 years ago have to do with today's news? Shouldn't we be paying attention to the current news and the people who are currently in the news? Isn't that what the news is supposed to be about? Yes, it is, boys and girls, but a lot of the news makes a lot more sense when we know some of the history behind it. For instance, a few weeks ago, we had the 50th anniversary of the official report that says that smoking causes cancer. And since that report, here's the list of all the drugstore chains that have decided to stop selling tobacco since that day 50 years ago. And just last week, this name got added to that list. See how much more sense the news makes when you know some history? Don't forget, you can see more and send your questions at UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.